Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is your December bonus reading. We're just going to jump right in here, and we're going to see what is going on for you at this time. In your current general energies, you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can represent conflict, competition, things like that. But I don't know. It looks pretty good to me because you have the Star, you have the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords. These are very good cards for having. Look at another one, the Six of Wands, which is a card of a victory. It looks like to me you are just winning at this time, or you will be. If you're not, I feel like you will be because you have so many cards of like a win here. Yeah, damn. This is like the best reading I've done for you in a while here, Leo. So definitely some good stuff going on. If you are dealing with anything, if you are dealing with like a competition, Ace of Swords, King of Swords could be something legal as well. So if you're dealing with something legal, this to me looks like law and order. The King of Swords to me is the card of law and order. And so, again, if you're dealing with something legal, it looks to me like you're either having a success or, you are kind of like overcoming the obstacles or, whatever the case may be, right? And so that's what I get there. You have the Star. The Star, of course, can represent wish fulfillment or just fulfillment in general. So I do feel for a lot of you that you could be finding fulfillment at this time with the Star card. The Star, to me, can, it is your crossing energy, and the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. And so I would make sure that you're recharging your batteries is kind of what I'm getting here. You end with the Ten of Wands. Personally, I like the Ten of Wands. Yes, I know that it's like a card of burdens and all this other stuff, but, that's his harvest that he is carrying, and he's about to reach his home. So, the true meaning of the Ten of Wands, like, yeah, he is burdened, but he planted those wands and he wants to have a harvest. It basically says, like good things are not necessarily easy, and he's about to reach his home. So he's about to have a harvest. But, again, I think this is saying take your time. I also think that, having a big vision right now is super important. With Pluto entering into Aquarius, yes, I understand that it's going to retrograde again. And then, before it enters into Capricorn next year, or before it enters into Aquarius in November of next year. But what I would say is that we've already touched tips with Aquarius, Pluto has. So again, it's already been in there, right? It's already been all up in there. And what I would say is, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well start living this way right now. Don't wait, right? Catch the wave early. That's what astrology is all about. It's not about like, oh, this is what's happening in your life necessarily, although that's part of it. But it's more like, hey, this is like the energy that you should work with like right now. And so catch the wave early is what I feel like this is saying. I feel like you need to have a vision. And, having this as your crossing energy sometimes might say, that your vision needs to be a little bit clearer. And in your the area of what's on your mind, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is victory. So I love this. You have two aces here as well, which is amazing. But the Ace of Swords is about needing to be focused or needing to kind of like have focus. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes I feel the Ace of Swords is a card of laser-like focus, just being super focused on one thing and, kind of maintaining that vision. And I definitely feel that this reading is saying that. It's saying, like, you need to have laser-like focus at this moment if you are trying to build, be, do, or have anything in your life. Like if you're trying to create something new, if you're trying to have a new beginning in your life or start a new business or any of that stuff, I would make sure that you are kind of like very, very focused on exactly what you want. And that's what I'm getting with that card. You have the King of Swords in the area of your foundation. So the King of Swords is a pretty good card in the foundation. It says that you have all the knowledge and wisdom necessary to be very successful, and that's really all I get. So I'm not really getting much. You go up this way, and what I would say if I was being super picky about this reading, with the Ace of Wands here, is that it would be saying, if you are entering into any type of new beginning, it doesn't matter what type of new beginning it is. It could be work, business, love, money, spirituality, whatever. The King of Swords basically would say, use what you learn. I always say that the King of Swords is a card of turning knowledge into wisdom. It's like you can learn something all day long, but it means nothing until you put it into practice. So use the things that you learn. In the area of your past, you have the Hangman. So it's like you're no longer stuck, is what I would say. I feel like you're kind of moving forward. The Hangman has sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs. And why? So that he can gain knowledge and wisdom. He's literally hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. So I feel like you maybe put yourself on pause and to learn something new, or you put yourself in a period of self-education, here. And again, you have this card here of knowledge and wisdom. So it looks to me like you are making moves, or you are taking action to make things more successful in your life. In the area of your very near future, you have the Six of Wands. Again, if you've been dealing with some sort of conflict, competition, a challenge, anything like that, it looks to me like you are overcoming that challenge with the Six of Wands, or you are finding success in that area of your life, which is great, of course. I also feel that some of you, again, I feel like this is something that you're already good at with that King of Swords to the Ace of Wands. There's something you're already good at, and I feel you need to, keep putting it out into the world. Let's say you create something. That's just like one example that's popping into my head. I feel like you need to keep creating and keep putting things out into the world. The Star, and the Ace of Wands are both cards of inspiration. Like I've said before, I believe we're in a time of inspiration. I believe we need to inspire other people as well. So if you do anything, like any type of work, you are inspiring people, I would put more of that into the world. It's just going to benefit you. In the area of your next few months, you have the Magician. I feel some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, by the way. Some of you could have an Aquarius coming into your life. Could be an opposite sign. Could be any sign. You have everything here, but, could be Aquarius stands out to me. But I also feel that the Magician is you manifesting things here on Earth. So I feel that for a lot of you, you're kind of like stepping into your higher purpose. I don't know, like, for you, it's like I'm not getting so much manifestation. It's more like I feel you're just like in your purpose, if that makes sense. So it's like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So maybe it seems like you're manifesting things, and I think that could be like a side effect, but you're doing the work. I always pull the card that Magician is pointing to. You can't see it, but it's this card right here. How are you kidding? This card says act as if. Definitely. I think you need to act as if you already have something that you want. Like, I'm not a big fan of fake it till you make it, right? I don't like when people say fake it till you make it, because I believe you can just be the thing you want to be, right? There's no need to fake it. It's like, is there an element of faking it? Kind of. Because, like, if you want to be a millionaire, but you're not a millionaire yet, it's like, yeah, there are certain elements of that you're going to have to fake. But what I would say is, you're not really faking it. If you're not a millionaire, right, and you adopt the habits of a millionaire, and you truly, embrace that energy, not only is that how you probably will attract it into your life, but you're not really faking it, because you are adopting the habits. It's like you are a millionaire, maybe, but not with the money, right? So that's what I'd say there. It's like, again, I would, I love practicing this, whether it works or it doesn't, I don't care. Like, I always try to match the energy of the things that I desire by actually doing the things that, either people who have the thing I want, I do the things that they do, or I match the habits, or I at least try the habits and see what happens, right? And again, knowledge into wisdom right here with the King of Swords. So I really feel there's kind of like a need for you to put things into practice. You have the King of Pentacles, and this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. If you want love, I love the King of Pentacles for love, because it could represent like a permanent connection coming in for you here. So I feel there could be a really solid connection in love coming in for you. I also feel that your relationships are tied to your finances. Like, you could be making more money because you're surrounding yourself with more positive relationships, or you just have better relationships. And so, yeah, I feel pretty good about this in general. Next, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, again, is a passionate new beginning, so I do feel that there could be kind of like a new beginning coming in for you. This is coming up in the area of your future feelings, by the way, so I feel like you're feeling very like inspired by things in the near future. Like, I feel like as we move into this new year, maybe like the first few months or something, it's not like that inspiration is going to disappear. I just feel like you feel more inspired. I feel that there are things that are kind of lifting your spirits a little bit, and making you feel like you're more in control of your destiny, or like whatever it is that you're working on. Again, the star can be your purpose. It's like having a North Star, having that one thing that you work on day in, day out that kind of motivates you to success. And, I kind of feel, I really don't feel much here other than, I feel like you're just feeling motivated, feeling like things are kind of going in your favor. Finally, for your outcome, you have the Ten of Wands. So it's been a long journey for you, which we talk about this all the time with you, Leo. I definitely feel you've been on a long journey. You've been putting a lot of work to create the things that you want and desire in your life. And, again, I feel like it hasn't been easy, but, I also feel that you are finally getting to this place of success, as we can see in this reading. It's kind of like you are finally getting that break, or you finally are getting the opportunity to take a break. I also feel like you could be upgrading things as well, which I feel like I say this to you a lot. If I'm not mistaken, it's you. It might be someone else, but I'm pretty sure it's you. It's like I don't necessarily see you like having a completely, totally new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And again, you're like the only sign. I'm pretty sure it's you. You're the only sign that gets this message. The Ace of Wands, normally would be out with the old, in with the new. But I really feel like, if anything, like I don't see you completely starting over anything. I think that you're like breathing new life into something. Whether it's a project, a business, something you've been working on, it's more, I get more of that revitalization energy, like new life, With the Five of Wands and the Star, you have the Eight of Pentacles, yes, putting the work in. So again, if you feel like you're working on your purpose, or if you feel like you want to work on something that you think is your purpose, now would be the time. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So it literally can represent you receiving earnings or money for the work that you're doing. And it might come in now, might come in the future, whatever. I would just do the work because Eight of Pentacles is great for money. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Temperance card. I kind of like this because, Ace of Swords is a perspective card, kind of like the Hangman, You have the Hangman here, you have the Ace of Swords here. Hangman is about needing to see things from a new perspective. The Ace of Swords cuts both ways. It can represent a sacrifice as well. It has a palm frond on one side. I'll show you over here. It has this palm frond right here, which represents sacrifice in the tarot. You have the olive branch over here, can represent an offer of peace, can also represent abundance. But sometimes I feel that the Ace of Swords can represent making a sacrifice for something bigger and better. But really, what I'm seeing for you is that you're just seeing things from a new perspective, and that could be leading to a victory. The Temperance card is about transforming how you see something if we're talking about perspective. So, plain and simple, just adding the puzzle pieces together here. I feel a lot of you are gaining a new perspective on something in your life. I kind of feel it has to do with money. So, again, I feel that you could be seeing a new way to make more money with what you already do, or, you could just be coming up with new ways of making more money with what you already do is kind of what I'm getting. And I think this is a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, right? I also think you need to watch your thoughts. Again, it's coming up in the area of your thoughts, that card. And so, the Temperance card says you can turn a negative into a positive, or you can turn a positive into a negative. The choice is yours. With the King of Swords, you have the Tower here. And you could have had a Tower moment in the past. I was getting something legal at the beginning of the reading. So if you've been dealing with any legal issues or legal problems, it's like the legal problem itself has been the Tower moment. And it looks to me like you're going to be victorious, though. So, there could be some success here for you. For others, I just get Reinvention. It's really funny. I wish I said it, because I was getting something on the Ace of Wands. Back in the day, I used to only read playing cards on this channel. And the Ace of Wands is the Ace of Clubs in the playing card reading system. But in the playing card reading system, the Ace of Clubs to me I used to call it like the forest fire. To me, it's a card where it can come into your life. It can like burn everything down, but after a forest fire, a forest always grows back like 1,000 times stronger. And I was kind of getting that on the Ace of Wands. So maybe some of you have already experienced a loss. The other thing is that the tower always gets reduced down to its foundation. We were talking about having a strong foundation. It's showing up in the area of your foundation. So if you have had a tower moment, it looks to me like you are rebuilding. With the Hangman, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's a quick success in movement. Sometimes I do feel more that the Eight of Wands is referring to the need for movement. The Eight of Wands is a card of momentum. It's a card of getting something going, but needing to keep that momentum going so that things can keep moving forward for you, right? And so I feel for a lot of you that, there is a need for you to, again, turn knowledge into wisdom. So anything that you're learning, I would just try it, see how it goes. And that's a great way to build momentum, right? Is by putting things into practice. I don't know if you've ever seen the video, right? There's a video of like a ball. It's rolling down just like a wedge, like straight down, right? And there's another ball that's going up and over these like hills, little whatever you call it, right? And it's like a ramp, and it's like the ball that has to go over the humps. They release the balls at the same time, and the one that has to go over the humps ends up moving forward faster. And I think it's kind of a silly meme because I don't know that it's necessarily true, but basically, what that video says is that if your life was just a straight line, you wouldn't be getting as far ahead as if you went over the humps, if you went over the obstacles, right? And that's popping into my head here, where it's like saying, don't shy away from the obstacles because they actually build momentum in your life. With the Six of Wands, you have the Hermit. I feel like you need to get more attention. We're in a time of attention, Leo, I believe, especially with Pluto going into Aquarius. You have the Star, you have the Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, the Hermit. The Hermit is normally hiding his star in a lantern that he's holding on in his hand. So I feel for a lot of you that you need to reveal, your hidden talents, gifts, skills, or abilities, or you just need to get more attention. Like if you want love, obviously you need to get more attention. If you want success in business or work, obviously you need to get more attention. So, I kind of feel this is more saying it's time for you to stand out or to do things that make you stand out. With the Magician, you have the Star. Are you kidding? Star twice. Love it. That is amazing. And definitely wish fulfillment coming in for you, and attention. The Magician says you're probably attracting a lot of attention into your life if you act as if. Remember, he was pointing to this chameleon card. So I feel you need to act as if, I don't even think there's nothing to fake here. It's like you're just being who you already are, and I would definitely encourage you to do that for sure. Again, I said Aquarius on the Magician as well, so it could be an Aquarius coming in for you. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. Love it. If you've been watching me for a while, I love 2 6s. You have 2 6s here. To me, 2 6s says that you are going in the right direction. It's kind of like confirmation for your path. I do feel like some of you could be moving on from some relationships in your life, like certain people in your life that you could be moving away from with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. It's about going from one place to another. And so, but the woman and the child in this boat, they're leaving everything behind them behind. They are completely having a new beginning on this card. So a lot of you could be moving on from certain things and moving towards like new, bigger, and better things. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is, of course, a card of feeling left out in the cold. And, again, I feel like there are certain things, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like popping into mind that there are certain things you have to ignore, right? Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. But I feel like these are certain things that you've almost dealt with in the past. And, it's almost like saying, that's like the old you. It's like you want to be something, bigger. It's like I have no freaking clue what I'm talking about either, Leo, is what I'm going to say here. I don't really understand where this is going, other than what I would say is it's like one of those things where it's like on YouTube, for example. It's like, just to give you an example, like I've been working to ignore the comments, not ignore the comments. I read all my comments, but the mean ones, right? Just I've been working on just letting it go, right? Just totally not paying attention to it. Why? Because it's like if you want to be a big YouTubers do not give two you-know-whats about their comments, right? It's like they don't care about the mean comments. They don't worry about it. So I want to be bigger, so I need to start ignoring it, right? And so I've been working really hard to do that. And again, that's like what I'm getting here. It's almost like saying there are certain things from your past that might trigger you, but it's like, does the high vibration version of you pay attention to those things or not? I hope that makes sense. That's kind of like what I'm getting here. It's like there's an amazing new beginning with the Ace of Wands coming in for you, but you're going to have to let certain things go. And that's really what I'm getting. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Lovers. Could be new love coming in for you, actually. You maybe have been on a very long journey, and I feel like there could be a really good person coming in for you. I don't really see a person here. That's the interesting thing, other than an Aquarius, or it could be a person with, like, Aquarius in their chart. But, I kind of get the feeling that there could be a very solid connection coming in for you if you want love, but it's, like, not here yet. But I think it's coming. We're going to pull 5 main themes. You have this older woman card. It says dealings or relationships with an older woman. You have this finger card. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. I feel like this could be any person, any gender. Again, if you have a person in your energy who you feel like causes problems, I would trust that energy and I would avoid it at all cost so that you don't end up like having some sort of weird issue or something like that. This could also just be a person that you're dealing with already. So, there you go. Next, you have this announcement card. There clearly could be an announcement. Star twice, Six of Wands, Ace of Swords. These are cards of announcements in the tarot, kind of. So some of you could be making an important announcement, or there could be an important announcement coming in for you. And, I kind of feel that this is something about work. Like I said, I really see you, Leos, kind of reinventing yourselves in work. I mean, just in general, based off your astrology, wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of reinvention going on for you. I've been feeling this intuitively for you for a while now, that there's like a reinvention. And again, it's not like you're quitting your job, right? I think that you're maybe just doing things differently, or upgrading your skills, or upgrading what you do, or whatever, right? And so it's a good thing, of course. A lot of success because of it. You have this haystack card. It says karma, you will reap what you have sown. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles to me is a card of like material success on the horizon, and that's kind of what I get here. is that you're getting paid back or you're receiving something for work that you've already been done. So if you feel like the world has done you dirty, or, if you haven't gotten the things that you deserve in life, I kind of see you getting what you deserve now. So, that looks pretty good to me. You have this July card, and you have this cobweb card. It says protected from negative forces beyond your control. So I feel like you are protected at this time. So I wouldn't worry about, and July is Leo season, so practically. So, again, a lot of you, I feel like you're protected just in general. And finally, you have this mountain card. It says major challenges to overcome. I feel like you've been dealing with these challenges. You have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords, you can see that the sword is above the mountains. So literally, the Ace of Swords says there will always be challenges in life, like the ball going over the humps that I was babbling on about, right? It's like there will always be challenges, but the Ace of Swords literally says you will always be able to overcome those challenges. So, I feel like you're kind of like overcoming challenges. You're learning how strong you are, and I would just ignore the challenges, or like ignore the mean parts of the challenge or something with this Five of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. I think there are 1.5 million reasons for you not to do things in life, Leo, which is true for everyone. But if there's like one good reason for you to do something, I feel like you need to do it, is like what that's saying. But I see a lot of success here. Star twice, you can't make that up, right? So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.